Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tolu Adebayo. Let's wait for a number of people for our class today to get started. Welcome to the Millionaire Conference. This is the first of its kind. Alright. We're going to be dealing with a number of things, but to make it explicit, if you join us in between and then for one reason or the other you couldn't get one thing or the other, a training material is going to be made available for you so you can pick up from where we stop. Alright, and for those of us who wants to connect via WhatsApp, a link has been shared on WhatsApp, so for you to be part of the class. Alright, let's wait for them on WhatsApp. We have a community that engage young people. Like I told you, my name is Tolu Adebayo from Superlativa Foundation, an organization which makes it easier for young people to pursue their passion, achieve their goals, and be a pace setter. And we've been able to do all of this and we'll continue to do that through training, mentoring, and partnerships. You are not left behind. You can still be part of us. Make it a date with us. Find a way to join us. Take your place in this game and be ready to change. Be ready to learn what you don't know. Be ready to become who you want to become. It's that simple. Nothing more, nothing less. It's that simple. We literally don't teach what does not exist. We educate people on what they need to know, who they need to be, and how they need to behave to get what they want. So I'm glad to welcome you to the Millionaire Conference. We have a lot to share together. I won't take your time because there are other things to attend to immediately after now. Alright, if you go through that flyer again, the Millionaire Conference, there are 3 things we are supposed to deal with. Number 1, making your first 1M in any denomination, either 1 million naira, $1 million, or 1 million euro. This is it. Listen to me. Before you take my advice, there are a few things you need to understand. Never take advice from a poor person. A poor person is somebody whose liability is greater than his assets. A poor person is somebody whose mind can't capture the positive. A poor person is somebody who is currently not working on anything to solve his financial needs and scale through life. Alright, never take advice from a poor person. Before you take a millionaire advice, check and be sure that you are taking advice from somebody who has in asset something of that figure or something close to it. And making $1 million this time around, we're talking of something that can be replicated, something you can hand over to your kids, something that is durable. We're not talking about making $1 million today and then going back to penury tomorrow. We're talking about sustainable wealth. We're talking about predictable success. We're talking about ever-rising growth. And so there's a formula to it. Just the way failure can be predicted, success can be predicted. There are things you do daily, often, again and again, that shows that you are on your way to success. There are people out there who can confirm to you that you'll soon be successful. There are people out there who can confirm to you that if you continue like this, you are not ready for success. They are not necessarily being negative with you. They are just being factual. They are basically telling you the truth. When it comes to wealth, there is a formula to it. Because you're not the first person to go that journey. You're not the first person to make your 1 million. Usually when you tell people to be interested in making money, their first goal is to make a million. And so when you set it the way I set it about 6 or 7 years ago, and you didn't even come close. You know what I did the following year? I didn't bother myself. I didn't set any goal because I don't want to feel bad. I don't want to feel like a failure. Yeah. A failure is somebody who didn't try again, not somebody who tried and didn't make it. When you begin to think like a millionaire, which is part of what we're going to be discussing, you will see failure as a science lab. If it doesn't happen to you in a year, you can tell that you are not growing. Failure allows you to learn too fast. Failure allows you to pay attention to what you ignored. You can help me with the WhatsApp. I had challenge with it. I generated the link with that phone and I expect people to join. So I don't know what is going on. Alright? Making your first million. Like every other person, you will set goals. They say, what do you want to achieve this year? My goal this year is to make 1 million. Such a good goal. I'm not laughing you. I'm laughing myself. I'm not laughing you. Alright? My goal this year is to make 1 million. Good. If WhatsApp is having issue, you can go to Facebook and share this link. And let me see if I can get this link for you, so that we can get our people to join. Alright? And for those who may want the materials, I want to have a link so that you can place a request .me/2348153313359. Alright? That's for you to reach us on WhatsApp and become a member of our community. Alright? So, alright. Done. Alright, thank you. I believe my teams are working on it. Find a way to. Are you getting a way around it?
Your disk is off.
My what?
Wi-Fi is off.
It's hot. Oh, this guy is hot. So it automatically does that. This guy has been working since. So let's go to Facebook, get the link, share it with them. I'm even trying to see if I can share the link here. But,
You can. Look at the share button.
The share button. I've been looking for it, I can't find it. Sorry please. Sorry for those online, I'm sorry please. Let's get our people to join this. I'm trying to share this. I'll put it on again. It will be on for a while. I'll put it on again. It will be on for a while, and let's Alright, just please help me to communicate to them on WhatsApp that they should join us on Facebook. Millionaire Conference.
Many people not did that group for Facebook.
Many
people not did that group for Facebook.
It's not group, it's the page.
You need to. What is the name of the page? What's the name of the page?
It's our page on Facebook. Smart, let's get going. Those who are not here will get in touch and they get to follow. Making your first million, the first thing you have to do is you need a skill that can make you that money. Alright? You need a skill. You may have to get a certification. You may have to go for some college. You may have to acquire a skill. So the first step to making your first million is I'm not even talking about the certificate. I'm talking about mastering the skills that have capacity to give you millions. So after this conversation, or while this conversation is going on, you can go online and look out for skills, high-paying skills. Just type high-paying skills on the search button and see for yourself what you want. It's going to be an interesting moment. Then, something about skills. It has to be something that falls within your passion, something that falls within your purpose. Then the question is, how do I discover myself? That's a question for me and you for another day. But if you need to get the answer very quick, you can go online and just Google questions you need to ask yourself to discover your path, to know who you are, to know where you are, to know your strong points, to know your weak points. Alright, because the journey of making $1 million and a sustainable one communicates that it has to be something you love doing, something you do almost all the time. And because you are on a journey to make money, your purpose for doing things should not be just money. Because life becomes boring after you make your first $1 million, if that's all you want. There have to be other things attached to it. The idea of making money is not enough. You also have to generate the idea of building ideas, the idea of building businesses. Alright? If you have to make $1 million, you have to make $1 million friends. You have to make unique friends. You have to make tangible friends. You have to be open to new ideas. Because the idea you have in your brain right now is not making you $1 million. And you still want to make $1 million. So you'll be ready to welcome ideas. You should be ready to welcome opinion. If you want to make $1 million, you should be ready to change your opinion. You should be ready to change your mindset. The mindset you have right now is what is giving you the result you have right now. So if you want a different result, you need a different mindset. You need the mindset of a millionaire. In one of our premium book, Personal Finance with Tola Adebayo, the book will be available for you at a token price. For those who are in our yearly mentoring group, they have access to the book. It's free for them, all right? But if you are not part of the yearly mentoring community and you need the book, it's going to be given to you at a very cheap price. You can place your request via DM or on WhatsApp, all right? So in that book, back to what we're talking about. Sorry, please. In that book, I discuss how millionaire thinks, which is what I want to refer to. Millionaire thinks differently. And so, because the way you think affects the way you talk. The way you talk affects the things you do. Alright? Because most of the things we do, consciously or unconsciously, has been in our thought process for a very long time. They have enjoyed the principle of repetition, and they've built passion for them. They've built paths for themselves that your brain are able to pick it up, patterns upon patterns, and duplicate them in your life. Whatever your account number is saying now is a product of how you think. If you think every money you make must be spent on food, you can't kill yourself. Well, anytime you spend everything you have, your future is crying. Your future is crying because your future trusted you to keep something from now till tomorrow. And so, if the concept of saving, investing is not your concept, making your first $1 million is not a problem, but sustaining it, keeping it, living afloat could be a problem. Are you with me? Making your first $1 million demands that you make a mind shift. You take a new leaf. You take a journey. You need a mentor. mentor teaching method. Alright. I'm supposed to discuss financial skills and principles with you. Because of time, we won't be able to deal with that. But I promise you, a material will be made available for you on financial skills and principles. You won't have to pay for this. It is in my efforts to buy time and to provide value for you. And I'm going to ensure it's something very short. One of the problems with people who has never made their first million is that they need a lot of motivations to read. They don't have time to learn. One of the best ways to learn is to read. One of the best ways to learn is to meditate. One of the best ways to learn is to participate, practicalize. All right? And I want to encourage you ahead of time that when the material is made available for you, to be sure you don't miss it, you can reach out on WhatsApp. When the material is made available for you, even now till whenever you see this video, you can have access to this material I'm talking about. Because listen to me. When the material is making available to you, make up your mind to try things out from whatever you're going to be given. Make up your mind to put into practice whatever you're going to be given. One of the attributes of poor and foolish people is argument. They argue about things even before they try it out. And so the rich are a bit different from them because the rich sit down and say, if I give this thing a try, do I have anything to lose? Anytime the answer is no, they give it a try. Another thing the rich does is, if I give this thing a chance, do I have anything to lose? Anytime the answer is yes, how much am I willing to lose? That's what rich people ask themselves. Meet those traders. They will tell you how much they are willing to lose at every trade. They have their stop loss. And their stop loss enable them to say, when I lose to this extent, I'm out. Do you know what poor people does? They argue and predict. They're the ones who are big in gambling. They believe luck is all they need to make their first million. Alright, it's true. You need a lot of luck to be rich. But luck comes after hard working. Alright? Clear characteristics of rich people is that they are ready to learn. So if you are on your journey to make your first million, you must be ready to learn. Number 2 is that you are willing to change. If you learn without application, it's like you are wasting time. You are thinking without implementation. You are sleeping without duration. And you are on your journey to end of life. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. I won't tell you that I will communicate materials on financial skills and principles to you. Let me take a few moments to talk about raising capital for business. Because that's one of the things you can engage yourself in to make your first million. Raising capital for business literally generates different controversy. There are people who will tell you to, you're welcome. This is not a comedy event. You want to join this event? This is not a comedy event, mister. I'm glad to have you here. No, back to points now. Raising capital for your business. My big advice is don't take loan from industrial banks where the percentage you have to pay is a pain in the bone for you. Listen clearly, let me say this to you. The problem I have with Nigerian loan is the fact that you have to pay unreasonable percentage because you took loan, which may be hitting deep into your profit. In the foreign world, the government has made it so easier for you that if you take loan, you're just paying in one digit, which means the percentage is not always up to 10%. In Nigeria, where I'm talking to you right now, the case is different. The perspective is different. The options are not the same. Are you getting my point? The options are not the same. In Nigeria, where we are, taking loan from these people is at the edge of taking you off. They can even be charging you as high as 25%. If you are just starting, that's a big risk. If you are just starting, that's a huge error. Don't take loan when you are just starting. I've made this communication somewhere. I was invited to speak somewhere in Niger State, 2 years ago, and I told people not to take loan. And the next question they asked me is, how did you source your first capital? You know, the next thing I said got them angry. I told them the story of how I started POS shop with 5,000. 3 weeks, a week after my wedding, my wife was down to the head. She needed a job. She wanted to prove to me that she's supportive, and she has been clamoring on me that she won't sit at home. So part of the expenses for the wedding, we use it to get a shop. Then we traveled for the wedding. When we came back, all we had left was 5,000. Because the day after the wedding, we acquired a property that is expected to give us some results. We are expecting those properties to be getting results. We acquired a farm, so we expected to be getting something from the farm by next year. So what am I talking to you, ladies and gentlemen? We started POS business with 5,000. We started the business not even far from where I am right now talking to you. And the first time I made that communication to people, they got angry. How can you start POS shop with 5,000? But if I've never lied to you, listen to me. I started a POS shop with 5,000. The people opposite the shop get to find out my story, that I just married and I don't want to keep my wife at home. Everybody that their house was opposite that shop, anytime they collect their salary, they come to drop a part and tell me when they will collect it. And that was what I started using to run POS. So it's my POS shop people will come to and say, Tolu, withdraw 60K. Can you give me 5K or 10K right now? Then after 1 week, you give me another 10K. Then after 1 week, I'll collect the remaining one. In short, that was how I started. And in a little bit of time, we grew to the sky. We grew to have the second shop. We grew to move out to a bigger shop. What's the point? I started a shop with 5,000. I paid for the shop rent before I left. We came back. We met some facility in the shop from the person who just left the shop. We told the person we don't have resources to pay now, but we're going to pay when we pay. The short story is I started a POS shop with 5,000. And from POS shop, we turned into a provision shop. From provision shop, we have other things running, which was my job then. We may not be able to pay down those loans easily. We got a loan of maybe 300,000, 400,000 from a bank, a Nigerian bank. The percentage they gave us, our wife calculated it as of what we were making. It was not a good, it was a slave trade. I'm making these details so that I can tell you that taking loan keeps you all alone. You're on your own. All right, going to the number next. Be ready to start at your level. Start with what you have. You are going to make $1 million. See, I can prove it to you. You are going to make $1 million. Let me show you how you make $1 million. If all your profits from a product, pick a product of your choice, any product of your interest. If all your profit from a product is 10 naira and you want to make $1 million, all you have to do is tap 1 million on your calculator. Let me see if I can do that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's 1 million divided by 10 naira. So all I need to do now is 100,000 transactions before I make $1 million. So we have a book where we write our daily transactions. So we celebrate moments when we have 20 and more transactions. And then we trust God for moments when we have 6, 7, 10 transactions in a day. Alright? So we calculated how many transactions do we need to make. As at that time, POS, front and back, you make profit of 50 naira. Front and back. Calculate how much you are spending on the internet. I calculated it. Calculate how much you are spending on roll-on paper. I calculated it. Calculate how much you used to buy the POS. The first POS we used was free. It was a bank POS and they were collecting up to 20% on any transaction you make. And so our profit from this was 15 naira. So what we did is we said, okay, how many transactions do we need to make $1 million? We said $1 million. Myself and my wife said that. No, it was a family business. A multinational family business. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 divided by 15 naira. We come up with 20,000 transactions. So we divided it by 30 days. We divided it by 52 days. There are 52
52 means there are 52 weeks in 365 days. We minus it by 52 weeks. So we'll find out in every month we must make 384 transactions. Then we divided it by 20 days instead of 30 days. Literally, we open that shop every day, but we divided it by 20 days, which is 19 transactions per day. So anytime we make 20 transactions per day, we are full of joy. Anytime we make below, we calculate those transactions and add it to the next day transaction. So the next day transaction is already on the minus. Let's say we have minus 3 transactions. We add it to the following day transaction. So I literally can tell you when I made $1 million through that business idea. Yes. It all starts from number 1, be ready to make $1 million. Number 2, be ready to do what you need to do to make $1 million. Number 3, stay focused. In the process, on your journey to making your first $1 million, it's not the time to buy the latest clothes. It's not the time to take advice from poor people. It's not the time to do follow. It's the time to stay focused. I'm on my journey. I want to make my more million, and this is what I want to do with it. Ladies and gentlemen, I kid you not, making $1 million is not a big deal. I don't know the caliber of people listening to me. I really can't see a number of you. But listen to me, let me talk to you. Making $1 million can't be a big deal. If you are just joining me, listen to what I said now. You need skills, you need a plan, you need purpose, and you need a passion to pursue, because it's a pursuit. And if you are smart enough, as soon as you start making your first $1 million, you are on your way to becoming rich. Find something to do that makes you daily income. Find something to do that makes you daily income. Daily incomes are crazy income. Daily income could be 10 naira per day. If you are making 10 naira per day, in 30 days, how much have you made? Let me calculate. 30 days times 10 naira. That's 300 naira. Can you see how powerful daily income is? Now let's assume you are making 1,000 per day. You finally sat down, you carry your calculator and decided that this is what I will do, and the profit is 1K per day. And that's 30,000. I want you to start there. Do you know why? I want you to start there. Do you know why? I want you to learn the principle of consistency, persistency, perseverance before you go into other things. There are other things you can be doing. In 30 days, you have not seen results. You have not seen 1 naira. But if you have not mastered the principle of daily income, daily input, you may be discouraged. Imagine working on a project for 6 months and 1 kobo has not entered your account. It takes a millionaire mind to be on the move for that kind of thing. It takes a millionaire mind to keep investing in such kind of projects. So advising you to engage in such projects may be dangerous. Start a small project. Start a business. You can start online vendor with 5,000 naira data. Load your phone with 5,000 naira data for the month. Start an online business. Be making profit of maybe 100 naira per day. Then you move on to 200 naira per day. Then you gear on. What did I do to make 100 naira per day? Can I redo that thing to make 1,000 naira per day? How did I acquire those clients that are paying me now? Can I double my efforts? And those of you who are into online businesses who want to quickly complain and say, sir, we are not making it. People just buy once in a while. You sold what people just need once in a while. So stop blaming people for buying what they need once in a while. You are selling what they need once in a while. Imagine somebody selling car. Do you expect people to be buying car from you every day? Even the richest of the richest don't buy car every day. And so, if you are selling a product like car, you need to be intentional about your profit because they don't buy from you every day. So if you sold a car and your profit is 1.5 million, it is arguably correct. Are you getting me now? Ladies and gentlemen, you need skills, you need plan, you need preparation, purpose, and you need pursuit. And sometimes you need mentoring. Mentoring is methoding. Mentoring is copying a product or a result that has worked for somebody. All right? Mentoring is cheap now because you can easily walk up to anybody and say, sir, I want to learn from you. What do I need to make $1 million? All you need to make $1 million is to think, not even by living in my house or by sleeping on my bed. I knew what your pastor told you. So you have been targeting my clothes. You are looking for where I drop my shoe. So you can tap anointing. You can only tap anointing. You can't tap into my bank account. Listen to me. Get on the field. Get dirty. Look for what you will sell, and all the profit is 5 naira. From there, your brain will open up. You will get another product that the profit is 10 naira. Today, I don't even have time to sit down in shop. Why? Because my brain has figured out another project that I can work on. The millionaire are wired to think positive. The millionaire has the courage to think positive because they've tried small projects and they've achieved success in it. So when you see them talking to you, you think they are proud. You think they are arrogant. No, they are talking above you. They are talking off your head because the things they've tried, the things they've experimented, the things they've mastered, they are not your things. They are below your expectations. So literally, in the journey of making your million, you have a day when you make a wrong transaction. You're supposed to send 5k to somebody. Now you mistakenly send 7k. If you are poor in public in a human relation, you may never get your money back. You withdraw 9k for somebody, the money was not withdrawn, and the person collects cash from you. If you are poor in a human relation, you may be losing money. Those are other things you need to acquire. I'm going to make a book for you, a very short materials, where you can read up on some of these points. Raising your first capital for business. Try and liaise with your family. Try and relate with your friends. I remember then when we were starting our POS shop, at a point where our customer baseline was increasing, there were some friends around us then, core members, who had to drop their halawi and then later collected it. I literally mean I use other people's business. I'm not saying taking a loan is wrong. Taking a loan from bank where the percentage you have to pay is killing your business is what I said is wrong. Alright, there were some core members back then who we said, sir, let me drop this money here. When I need it, I'll let you know. 30 days before I need it, I'll let you know. This and this and this and that. That was how we worked then. And we walk up the ladder. We were able to make profit. We were able to make business. We were able to hit our targets. Exactly when we hit our million, we knew it. At a point, we hired somebody to handle it. Because at a point, my wife needed to be on her own and attend to something. She was pregnant. So that was just the summary. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. Raising capital for your business. Ask your friend. Look for somewhere to work and you get something paid. Alright, raising capital for your business. Relate with your family. Raising capital for your business. Think of what you can do that is going to give you money so you can start your business. Raising capital for your business. Start with whatever you have. You see, if your business right now is to buy a bag of garri, keep it, when the price is high, sell it, which is buy, hold, sell. Alright? You can buy 3 mudu, hold it. When the price is high, find somewhere to sell it. You can buy half bag, hold it. When the price is high, find somewhere to sell it. Are you getting my point? Now, even if you don't have money to buy 3 mudus, half bag, listen to me. The money you have on you now, you can use it to buy data and go online and read about business. You have started the business already by acquiring information about the business. You can go online and watch necessary videos. You have started the business already because some understanding about business is already coming into you, and that makes you great for business. I want to round up. I'm going to entertain your question. I've been talking to you for almost an hour now, for about 42 minutes. If you have any question, I want to entertain it. I'm promising you, these 3 materials will be around. Making your first million, financial skills and principles, raising capital for business, and it's going to be short and direct to the point books. There are things you will like. I'll give you the link to it, probably on WhatsApp, on any platforms where you can have access to it. Ladies and gentlemen, come into Adebayo if you are privileged. I want to welcome 1 or 2 questions. If there's any questions in the house, let me know. I want to entertain questions. 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 If there's any question, if there's no question, if you find this anytime, you can actually reach out to me. I welcome your question. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Making a million is simple. If you have a mentor, if you have a mountain and you have set out to climb the mountain, if you fail to plan, you've planned to fail. When you write it down, that your goal is to make $1 million. Now come back, make a plan. What are the 10 things I will do to make this million? What are the 20 things I will do to make this million? What are the 1,000 things I will do to make this million? Usually, if you do 1,000 things and you don't make $1 million, you'll be smarter towards the goal of making $1 million. Sometimes you don't make $1 million, but you make an understanding that is a prerequisite to 1 million. Now, if your brain is not filled with information and knowledge and positive attitude that makes $1 million, you may never make it. Now, I need to teach you about managing money. I had a class last week, that's 7 days ago, where I teach our premium clients, our premium members how to manage their money, not just how to make money. If you're interested in managing your money, you can get our book, Personal Finance with Tolu Adebayo. The first edition is on pre-order. You can get yours, and you can become a member of our yearly mentoring group, where you pay a token and you have access to resources, tools, and kits to grow your business, to advance your career for 365 days, for a year. When you pay, you own it, you have access to it for a year. And if you think you find value, you can always renew the access. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and well-wishers, it's been a great day with you. Thank you very much. Have a good day.